What's going on, guys? My name is Cody Ellis with Pure Pressure Power Washing, and today we're going to get into the most 3 common problems with downstream injecting. Let's get into it. If you're using 1/4 inch line for your high pressure hose, you're not going to pull chemical through that. It's too restrictive. You're going to need to run 3/8 line. It doesn't matter if you're running 3/8 to 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch to 3/8. Take 1/4 inch out of the picture, because you're not going to run chemical through 1/4 inch line. Your direction on your downstream injector, there's going to be an arrow. You want that arrow facing away from your pump. Arrow should be facing towards your ball valve, if that helps. The most important thing is going to be high pressure hose. You got to be running 3/8 line. There's absolutely no way to pull chemical through a 1/4 inch line. And this is one of the most overlooked problems when it comes down to downstream injecting. I'm seeing guys answer questions to people not being able to pull chemical, and I had problems for the first couple months of not being able to pull chemical through my injector. I did everything. I checked arrow direction. I checked how much line I was running to my chemical bucket, gravity feed, having the chemical somewhat close to the height of the injector. None of that matters. For me anyway, none of that mattered. What mattered was I was running 1/4 inch pressure hose, which on a 2400 PSI machine, you're gonna probably be running 1/4 inch line. If you try to use a downstream injector with that, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna pull chemical through 1/4 inch line. I can't stress that enough. All right, guys, and this is gonna bring us to our last point. So we had a tip over here. I use these tips right here. So this blue tip right here is a 0 degree. It's a gray shooter tip. Get some pretty high spots. You're not gonna pull chemical through this. You're gonna need a bigger nozzle. You can see the difference here in tip size just from the center. This is gonna pull chemical. This is gonna pull chemical. So tip size is always gonna be a factor when it comes down to downstream injecting. Tip size, arrow direction, 3/8 line. That's the only way you're gonna do it.